Hello everyone, welcome back to The Curator Within. I'm Julie, your guide and reminder to just look within because your path is yours and your path is personal. This is where we dive into deep conversation, explore our own humanness, and discuss practical tools to help you curate a life that you love and enjoy. And these are meant to be timeless messages, so I hope that this found you at just the right time. I am in a new space. Welcome. I have moved back to North Carolina after spending 2 years in Philly, and I'm really excited to just see this space evolve. I absolutely love it. I love the greenery outside and everything behind me here. So thank you so much for tuning in today. In today's episode, I want to discuss seeking comfort and convenience, doing the hard thing and building discipline, and alignment and what alignment really is in our lives. So the way that I ended up in Philly, I do believe it was meant to be. A little bit about me, my dream is to live close to nature, grow my own food, help people, mind, body, and spirit wise. So that's what I am creating right now. And Philly just wasn't in alignment with that, right? If you know anything about it, it's a concrete jungle. There's lots of trash, hustle and bustle. People are moving very, very fast. It's a very fast pace of life. Nothing wrong with that. That's, if that's your cup of tea. For me, it wasn't something that felt in alignment with me. I was born and raised in Philly, and I do have a very special place for it in my heart, and I'm very grateful for all of the time that I spent there. And I'm grateful for my family there and all of that. But I just knew it wasn't the place for me. However, when I went there 2 years ago, I knew that that was where I needed to be. And I couldn't have foreseen all of the things and all of the challenges that came up, including my dad's health, issues that he was having. So I'm super grateful that I was there at the time that I was. And all of the challenges that came with it, I have had so much growth in every area of my life, and I'm so grateful for that. And Phil, my boyfriend, he also feels the same way. It was like so challenging in all different ways, and I got to meet new people and just explore a different part of myself and almost go back to my past and my childhood and dissect different things there. So there was so much healing that came for me from shifting out of alignment, right? Like I knew that that wasn't something I wanted to create in my life, and I went on a different path. But I knew that if I didn't leave North Carolina when I did, that my life would look exactly the same in 1 year. So, and that's what I told Phil. I said, look, just give me 1 year. 1 year, I know if we don't leave, it's going to look exactly the same. So why not just do something different? And 1 year turned into 2. And now we're back in North Carolina. So I'm super grateful for that. And I can share a little bit more of that story. But when it comes to alignment and when we're constantly seeking comfort and we're constantly seeking something that's in alignment with us, we're not living the true human experience. The true human experience, there's good and there's bad. And I spent so much time seeking all of the good and being like, oh, if I can just climb this ladder over here and focus on everything good, then I can control my environment, right? I can control all of the bad things. I can protect myself from that. When in reality, you cannot protect yourself from that. That's going to come. But knowing that you have strength in yourself to handle anything that comes in the future because you are taking control of today. And the things that you can control, right? There are things that are out of our control and there are things that are in our control. In our daily actions and our daily habits and what we do, that is what we can control. We can't control other people's thoughts, opinions, moods. Sometimes we can't even control our own moods. Sometimes that's just something that's washing over us and we need to let it move through us and then let it go. We don't have to hold on to this all of the time. So if we're constantly seeking comfort, where does the growth happen? because growth does not happen in your comfort zone. We know this. And even going a step further, there's a little part of our brain that every time we do something hard or challenging, it grows like a muscle. We get stronger. Our brains get stronger. And when we don't use that, it atrophies just like any other muscle, and it gets smaller. And then guess what? Things that used to be maybe even be easy to you are now hard. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but kind of shutting yourself in and not allowing yourself out. Maybe you're scared just to step out the door. Maybe you're scared just to walk into the grocery store or walk into the bank because you have built up all of these walls around yourself, all of these walls of comfort, and you're afraid now to experience the outside world. So it's important to understand that we can choose our hard, we can do hard things, and everyone's hard looks different, right? Like stepping out of the door might be hard for someone. So just having compassion for other people and where they're starting in their lives. You know, in one area, you might have all of this knowledge over here, and then in another area, you're kind of down here. And another person might be on the other spectrum of that, on the other side of that. So it's just respecting where a person is, not judging them for where they're at, and encouraging them to take the small steps to move forward. And just like ourselves, we need to turn that compassion onto ourselves and not shame ourselves for where we're at. It's okay to be where you're at. It's okay to admit that right now everything feels fucked up and you need to take the small steps in order to get where you want to go, because you deserve that. You deserve to get where you want to go. You deserve the life that you want to create for yourself. You have that dream for a reason. And the beautiful thing is everyone's dream is different. So stop trying to tell other people what's best for them. There are things that are best for everyone, like having a healthy body and a healthy mind and having these practices and these great daily habits. I do think that there are pillars to a great life, but everyone's great life looks different in what they do in that day-to-day and in that in-between. So it's not up to us to pass judgment on their life. It's not up to us to tell them what to do with their lives, but we can be kind along the way. And it's important to do the hard things, because I promise you, if you don't do what is hard, your life will be exponentially harder. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. And if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. And we need to be able to choose our hard. And a lot of times I think people have the wrong idea of what is hard. Commuting to work, not that hard. Sitting in traffic, not that hard. Daily frustrations that most people complain about day in and day out, those are not hard. You know what is hard is losing someone you love and knowing that you didn't treat them or spend time with them and you didn't treat them the way that you should have. Hard is losing your pet, your loved one. Hard is having an unhealthy body. Hard is having an unhealthy mind. Hard is isolating ourselves. That's hard. That's hard. That's the hard stuff. That pain. That's the pain. Knowing that you're going to die one day. That's really hard. That's scary. But it's important to meditate on that. It's important to think about that. The fact that you are going to die. And I know this might scare some people, because I know that it scared me for a really long time, and some days it still does. But if you can think about the fact that you will die, you can live more present today. And it is about presence. And the shit that doesn't matter is the expectations other people have on you. Because when real shit happens in your life, none of that matters anymore. And you're like, what the fuck was I focusing on that for? None of it matters. Even with my mom, I wish she could see this version of me, because all of the things that I've learned and grown from and all of the things that I was focused on before didn't matter. None of it mattered. And I would do anything to have her back. You know, that's the thing. So that's the hard shit. So really ask yourself, like, what is hard? You deserve to get up every day and live the life that you want to live. You deserve to get up every day and work out, not because you hate your body, but because you love it. You deserve to eat good food because you love your body and you want to be healthy. And you know deep down that those things that are on the shelves, those food-like products, that's not food. That's not what you should be putting in your body. Sunshine is good for us. It's essential. Get outside, touch some grass, as they say. Get your feet on the earth, move your body in a way that feels good for you. Those things might seem hard, but they're necessary to live a good life. And we can't always seek comfort and convenience. Everyone's always looking for the fast thing, for the comfortable thing, for convenience. And that's the thing. We're going to get so far from everything that we should have. Have the hard conversation with your friends and with your family because you love them and you care about them. Those are the important things. And I know that it feels hard. But you can do it, and you have to continue to do it. Because when we seek comfort in our lives, we end up isolating ourselves as well. And we end up in this super individualistic, culture where we think that everything's about us all the time. So we can't be inconvenienced. Oh, we don't want to go to your birthday party because it's over there. We don't want to go to this dinner because it's at a place I don't like, and I want to be, in control all the time. Guess what? Show up for people. Love on them, be there for them, because at the end of the day, how you make other people feel is really the only thing that matters. And what you do with your time is what matters. So it's just important to think about all of these things. And where in your life are you seeking comfort? Where in your life are you holding back? Are you pulling back and not letting everything flow for you? And I will say, isolation is something that I definitely do with myself as well. I hold myself back from people because who wants to get hurt, right? It's scary. It's facing our fears. And a lot of times it's your brain skips so far ahead you don't even realize it's a fear. So it's about getting back to that community, about not always seeking this straight path, because that's not how it works. That's not how healing works. That's not how life works. Life is ebbing and flowing and spirals, and you're going to learn things. You're going to heal things. You're going to think that things are better. You're going to think that you learned something and you didn't, and you learn it again and you learn it again, and you learn it a little bit deeper and a little bit stronger. And at the end of the day, it's all about coming back to yourself and doing what is best for you. So I encourage you, find one area of your life or one task today, tomorrow, and work on that. Where are you seeking comfort and convenience? Where are you forcing alignment in your life? How can you live more aligned with what you truly want and what you are trying to create? What sparks joy for you? Write it down. What is actually hard in your life? What's the hard shit that you've got going on right now? And what is the hard shit that you talk about on a surface level? Because the surface level shit does not matter. Because if you picture everything falling apart in your life right now, would the fact that, you got some dirty dishes in the sink or your commute to work was annoying, would that really matter? No, none of that shit matters. If you have people that you love in your life and they're healthy, and love on them, just be there for them. Do the hard shit for you, because when you're the best version of yourself, you are the best version you can be for everyone around you. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's time to take care of yourself. And remember, I love you. Be the light, be the change. It all starts with you, and you've got this. Just keep going. You've got this. Bye, guys. Feels good to be back.